is a little bit of a different video. I've had this in my to-watch list for a while. It's a 1985 appearance that Arnold Schwarzenegger had on David Letterman's show. I have not seen this. Arnold was quite young at the time. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be super comedic or anything like that, but it's just something that I wanted to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
Hi there. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We have a great show, and we'll just get to it right now. This is a guess on my part, but I'd say my first guest has a bigger neck size than any leading man in Hollywood. His newest film is called Commando, and it's in theaters all across the country. Please welcome Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold, nice to see you.
I love Arnie.
Congratulations.
You have a lot of fans out there.
Well, they're all here because of you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I said congratulations because the last time we saw you, what was it, about a year ago?
It was a year ago.
Yeah, you had done a couple of films.
That's right. I was here for the promotion of Terminator.
Oh, you're here just before that came out. And since then, look at the incredible transformation. I mean, now you're a major star in this country, aren't you?
Oh, thank you.
But, you know, it really is an unbelievable story if you consider your life.
God.
I mean, it's the American dream.
Sorry, that's like something my brother would do. Matthew. Okay, so I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to look so cheesy. Okay.
It really is an unbelievable story if you consider your life. I mean, it's the American dream. You moved to this country.
I came over here as an Austrian farmer.
Yeah.
And made it to the top.
Yeah.
No, I feel
But
really
now you're
good about
succeeding.
it.
What I find is interesting, let alone the fact that you had to come to a different country, but you're succeeding in another profession now.
It's a very difficult in the beginning when you get into that. When I stepped out of bodybuilding in 1975, I knew the challenges that were ahead. You know, I had to work on my accent, I had to work on the acting, and I had to put as much effort into it, basically, as I did in bodybuilding, to be a champion in this particular thing.
Is this always what you wanted to do after bodybuilding?
It wasn't clear when I was a kid what I wanted to do, but I knew that bodybuilding was a means to an end, and it would open up a lot of doors and opportunities. So
did you ever consider secretarial work?
I did.
Can you imagine?
But my typing wasn't that good.
Typing wasn't good.
Can you imagine him sitting at a typewriter? I mean, I just envision it would be like this big, massive, hulking shape in front of this little tiny thing. Matt, you need to draw a picture of that. You need to draw a picture of big hulking Arnold, you know, like pecking away at typewriter keys. This image just flashed in my mind. It seems like something that you would make a really cool picture of. Okay.
But you know, you could still be competing as a bodybuilder, couldn't you?
I could, if I would train for 6 months really hard, I could go back into competition. But it's really not the right thing to do for me right now, because in acting, you want to keep your body weight down. And for the parts that I play, muscularity and shape is very important for the parts I play. But it's not important to be 240 or 250 body weight and be a Mr. Universe or something.
But aren't you the one who they give credit to for actually getting mass attention to the art or sport of bodybuilding?
Yeah, I got the whole thing rolling. It was basically that, you know, I did a lot of interviews and I promoted it. But I think the real credit goes to the press itself, because those they were the ones who really that let me go on their shows and let me do the interviews and so on. So it was a collaboration of me and the press. And then on the end, people like Jane Fonda and Jack LaLanne and other people came around and promoted bodybuilding and fitness and so on. So this was a lot of people were involved.
Yeah, but I think you could take Jack LaLanne. I have a feeling. And then, of course, the film Pumping Iron. That was certainly
that was a big breakthrough, I think.
Now, you mentioned you're trying to. Did you say lose your accent or what?
No, it's just that you always have to work on it to be totally understandable out there.
Well, you don't want to lose it, though, do you?
Totally
no, it's not important to lose it. I think that some people think it's attractive. Other people think it's very sexy, which I don't blame them for saying so. I think it has a lot of elements there that are very valuable. Plus,
The thing about accents is it's appealing because it's something different. Like if sorry, my dog. It's something unique. And so that's what draws people to it is what it is.
So I think it has a lot of elements there that are very valuable. Plus, it's one of the things that when people hear me, they know it's Arnold.
They make you.
They don't even have to see me.
Right.
Yeah, that makes me
knows
unique
the
and so
sport.
on. So it's just one of the big pluses.
Now, what did you weigh when you were winning bodybuilding titles?
I used to weigh 250, 240, 250.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I weighed that much and I went the first time into an agent's office and I said, I want to become an actor. Can you help me? The guy looked at me and he said, listen, you have a weird body. You have a weird name and you have a weird accent. He says, forget it.
Yeah.
Just go back to bodybuilding. And anyway, the agent doesn't work there anymore.
No.
He's been fired.
But no, what do you weigh now?
I weigh now 220.
Yeah. So you only really dropped like 30 pounds.
Yeah, but that's a lot.
It's all muscle.
For
Now, how do you lose
bodybuilding,
30 pounds of muscle?
Well, you just go on a strict diet and you drop gradually the body weight down and you train with less weights. I used to do bench press with over 500 pounds and squats, the kind of training that you do right now, basically.
It's like low-key insult right there. That's funny. Oh, goodness, Arnold.
The kind of training that you do right now, basically. I couldn't believe the way you broke this jacket.
Thank you very much.
That was too much. Your wings. Did you see those wings he has?
Yeah.
The wings in bodybuilding are latissimos. It's incredible.
Oh, it was like a little thing I think they did at the very beginning.
I just want to say, in all honesty, during rehearsal, I blacked out trying it. So we're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back here. We'll be back, folks. We have plenty more to talk about. When you were competing, the guys you competed with, Franco Columbu, Lou Ferrigno,
Lou Ferrigno,
were people using
exactly.
steroids in those days?
Oh, sure. Some used them, some didn't use them. It's very hard always to detect. It's just recently that they started coming in with tests, before competitions like other sports.
Now, what do they do exactly?
Well, no one really knows exactly. Some people think it's a mental thing, that psychologically you feel like you're gaining muscular size and strength. Other people think that it actually, in fact, does put on muscle size for a short period of time. But the idea of it is really bad because it's a drug, and we want to, as the sport itself says, bodybuilding, we want to build the body, we want to build the health and not destroy it. And that's what drugs do. So now there are strict guidelines and they try to really get rid of the drugs in the sport.
Did you ever use them yourself?
Oh,
Yeah, good luck with that because, well, I would say at the time I would say good luck with that, knowing what I know now because they haven't gotten rid of it. It's just gone completely crazy, out of control, it seems to me like. And bodybuilding today it doesn't even come close to bodybuilding of Arnold's time and before, when Arnold was huge and everything, but he at least looked in proportion. The bodybuilders in general, the bodybuilders today, they just look, it just looks terrible, you guys. It is not aesthetically pleasing at all. And I mean, to me personally, and I think to a lot of people too, it doesn't even look natural in the sense of how the human form is supposed to look. At least Arnold, when he was the way he was in his bodybuilding days, and like let's say Steve Reeve or Reeves, I can never remember if it's Reeves or Reeve. He was natural, but at least though they were muscle bound, they looked like how a human body is supposed to look. It didn't look obscene or unnatural or anything like that. But yeah, they didn't get rid of it. They didn't really. I mean, everybody, it's probably even worse than it was back then, I would guess.
guidelines, and they try to really get rid of the drugs in the sport.
Did you ever use them yourself?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
He did.
And did you feel that, obviously you felt that they were providing you with
after a
results?
doctor.
At a certain time,
Tried
I
it.
mean, I felt the years that I haven't taken it and some competitions that I have taken it almost was the same thing. So I really didn't feel that it does anything for the body. It was more a psychological thing. But you have been on there for 2 months yourself. So what do you feel?
So what you're saying is the positive effect may be psychological.
It's
but the
psychological, yeah.
negative
Placebo.
effect is certainly not psychological.
No, it's
debilitating.
It can be harmful to the body, especially like in any drugs if you're, taking excessive amount and so. But they're trying to get rid of it completely.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about your recent engagement and your upcoming marriage.
Mm-hmm.
How soon are you getting married?
I'm getting married on April 26th.
Oh, so we got
And I remember when they got married, you guys. I remember the People magazine. I may have even still have it somewhere. I don't recall. I remember that well. We all know how that turned out.
How soon are you getting married?
I'm getting married on April 26th.
Oh, so we got a ways to go. In the spring.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I hope you cover it. I mean, I want everyone to be there.
Oh, yeah. We'll be there. Don't you worry, Arnold.
I know. I'm not.
We've already got
worried
that
about
on our calendar.
I believe it. I believe
Now,
it.
you tell people who you're engaged to. I think this is a real interesting story for a couple of reasons.
Which are?
Well, no, tell them who you're.
No,
getting.
it's Maria Shriver.
Maria Shriver of
from
the CBS Morning News.
CBS Morning News.
And also one of the most famous families in America.
Absolutely, yes. She's sitting out there in a green room, and I told her to come out here with me. And so she,
Is she come out there?
Just go ahead and say hello to her.
He's not. He said less, but did Arnold join him? Oh, there he goes.
No, Maria, come here. Hey, no,
He's
come
like,
on.
no.
Come here.
I think I've seen
Come
this
here, just
before.
come
She's
here.
hiding from them. Oh.
What is it? What is it?
She says she's fed up with Arnold.
Now, come here. Just say hello. Just say hello. Hi. No, we shouldn't be embarrassed. You've known Arnold for. No, come here. Just say hello. Hi. How are you? Nice to see you. Here she is, right here. CBS
on the
Morning
news.
How's
Why is he
Forrest?
so embarrassed?
Forrest, he was terrific on F Troop, by the way. Oh, that's the wrong guy, isn't it?
Wrong guy.
Nice to see you.
You're great at the Tonight Show.
Thank you. You don't want to come in here?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
You go right ahead.
All right. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Oh, they're steamed now.
I'm going back to my.
Well, good luck on your upcoming marriage. April 26th?
Go ahead.
You know, we're covering that.
You are?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there. Where's Arnold? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, Arnold, I don't know.
I told you she's fun.
She's a. We got to do this. We have to show this clip. She's a lovely woman.
She's wonderful. She's the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Now, how does the rest of the Kennedy family feel about you? Not that you aren't a great guy, but I mean, how did you know what
it's
I mean?
the best thing that ever happened to the family.
Well, he's not humble at all, is he?
We want to take a look at a few minutes of Commando.
Great. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Right.
Not a few minutes, a few seconds.
She said, no, let's wait a few minutes.
No, we're only a couple of seconds.
Listen, we want to
Is this a violent film?
Well, it is an action-packed film. You know,
Action.
it has some violence in there.
All right, do you need to explain anything here? Or is it just all gunfire?
Well, I'm just trying to. One thing is important here is that the people know about the scene. I'm trying to tell a man that has double-crossed me that I lied
Okay.
to him. So please, let's see that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Is this the one
a
where
scene
he
from Commando.
Is this the scene where he holds the guy over the cliff?
Listen, loyalty is very touching.
That's
But
actually
it is
the one
not
I
the
was
most
thinking of.
important thing in your life right now. But what is
Before he
important
even said
is
which
gravity.
scene they were going to show.
I have to remind you, Sally, this is my week off.
Hmm.
You can't kill me, Matrix. No.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's what Matrix. You did.
I lied.
So now you don't
And
have
let
a car.
him go.
Now I do.
What'd you do with Sully?
I let him go.
Some crazy one-liners for his.
You let him go.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks like it's a lot of fun.
I tell you, the movie was a lot of fun to make. It's a lot of fun to watch, and I'm very happy that it is the second week in a row #1 in the box office.
Is that right?
So I think it's really one of those popular movies: action, adventure, fun, good acting in it, simply because of me, you know. And so it's gonna go through the roof. You know?
Those steroids, by the way, apparently don't affect your ego, do they?
It helps. It helps.
Geez, well, this is exciting that all of this has happened for you. This must be the best part of your life right now, huh?
My life has been fantastic ever since I got to America.
Yeah.
Really, I'm really happy that I've come here because all of the things that have happened in my career would not have happened if I wouldn't have come to this country.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you, Arnold. Nice to see you again. Good luck with your marriage. We'll be back after station identification, folks.
Okay, that's pretty much it. There's no moss, but well, this was fun. I had never seen this, and I wish I'd found the one where he shows up there to promote Terminator. Maybe I'll find that at some point. But it's interesting because as I was watching this and they were talking about the upcoming wedding. And I remembered that when he got married, he was still in the middle of filming Predator, which would have been in '86 when it was filmed. And I do have in my to-watch list another video of Arnold. It's a behind-the-scenes thing from the set of Predator. I've not seen it yet. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long. Not terribly long, but I was drawn to this one first. Maybe I'll check out that. Well, I mean, obviously I'm planning to check it out. It's in my to watch list. But I also would like to look up his appearance on Letterman when he was there to promote Terminator. I wonder if he showed up there when he was promoting Conan. Anyway, Arnold, I mean, it's his life story is pretty amazing. You know, not counting, you know, just kind of like not counting the stumbles and faults that he has had in his life, which we have all made terrible mistakes. His story is so phenomenal, just like where he came from and what he ended up being and doing. It's just amazing. It's so inspirational. This man, he may sound dumb and look dumb because of his accent, and you know he was all beefy, you know, like at the time he was all beefy, you know, big, and people think, you know, musclehead or what isn't that what they call him, musclehead, like big and beefy, but they're just like they're not all that sharp mentally, but he's actually really smart, you guys, and he got his wealth before he hit it big as far as in the acting business. And I don't know if this happened around the time of bodybuilding or what. I did buy his latest biography that he wrote a few years back, but I have other biographies or some other books of him and his life, and it's been a while since I've read them. So I'm not sure if this happened during his bodybuilding days, after his bodybuilding days, or before, or what, but I have read that he gained, like his initial wealth that he gained was through real estate investments. And he went to college and took classes in economics or business or something like that. So he had a really good handle on what it took to be successful business-wise. And that helped him in a lot of ways. Plus, he just has this insane drive to just achieve so much, and he didn't let his accent hold him back. He didn't let the fact that he couldn't speak English hardly at all when he got here. He didn't let any of that hold him back. He just, you know, he just basically, he knew what he wanted to accomplish, and he did what he had to do in order to get to where he wanted to be. And I find that so inspirational. I mean, he didn't let anything hold him down or keep him down or anything. He just was a go-getter. And that is that's just an amazing drive that he had. And I have so much admiration for people who are able to achieve so much despite all these different things that seem to be against them, and whatever it is, because everybody has their own challenges in life. Nobody, well, not counting uber wealthy people that have a lot of things easy. Let's not count them because most people aren't that way. But just in general, everybody, well, even uber wealthy people, they have their own issues. You know, their lives aren't really all that perfect necessarily. Yeah, they've got it easier in some ways than others, and they can get by with a lot that other people can't. But let's kind of separate them from this discussion. And I lost my train of thought already. Oh, I know what I was saying. I was saying everybody has their own challenges in life, and no one group of people or whatever is immune from that. We all face obstacles in our life, and I think what defines us is how we deal with those obstacles. Do we let them beat us down and keep us down, or do we find a way around them? Do we find a way to overcome them and make something of ourselves, or to get ourselves to whatever goal it is that we want to be at? You know, that is what really is very telling as far as, you know, your individual drive. And he had tons of it, did he not? I mean, geez, it's crazy. Crazy in a good way, though. Crazy, you know. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad I watched this. It's fun to watch these older videos of him. I've been a fan of his forever. I've told before how much he inspired me as far as getting into exercise and fitness and stuff like that. And he's just always had a positive influence on me as far as stuff like that goes. So it's like I credit him for getting me into exercise and starting to understand about things like the importance of fitness and health and things like that. I mean, he has no clue he had such an influence on me, but he did. And so it's just, I'll probably always love this guy, you know, just like it. And I just have such affection for him. And I know some people don't like him and he's got his faults and everything. But it's just, I have fond memories of, it's like he's part of my childhood, you know? So recently Sean Connery passed away. He was also kind of part of my childhood. And it's sad to see these people that were such a big part of our lives as far as things that we were in touch with entertainment-wise, you know. To see them, they're, you know, many of them are just not with us anymore. It's so sobering and just sad. It's the way life is, but it still doesn't make it any less, I don't know, kind of depressing when you think about it. And here I was watching this to try to be happy, but it is kind of sad at the same time to see how young he was here. Anyway, well, okay, let's get off that depressing train of thought. I'm trying to pep myself up and be happy because this week is just going to be terrible. I know it is, and so I don't want to make it any more gray than and dark and bleak and depressing than I know it's going to be. Yes, I've headed into this week with a very negative Nancy outlook on everything. It's just for reasons I explained in the video that went up the day before this is airing. So, okay, you guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and call this quits. I've got some editing I need to do before I turn in for the night. So we'll see you guys later. Adios.